Virginia offers a state research credit to companies that have incurred qualified research in Virginia and have reported these expenses on the federal income tax return. Virginia's Research and Development Tax Credit follows Internal Revenue Code Section 41 rules for qualified research activities and expenses. The Internal Revenue Code defines qualified research expenses as those expenses for activities intended to discover information that eliminates uncertainty concerning the development or improvement of a product. A product is defined as a process, technique, formula, or invention. The credit may be claimed by both C corporations and flow-through entities. Current year claims are submitted with the current year return. Amended claims are submitted in accordance with standard amending rules. The documentation requirements for the Virginia Research Credit follow the same guidelines as the federal return. The taxpayer must be able to put their hands on receipts, key documents, and financial statements if and when required to support expenses claimed. Under the federal definition, the following items do not qualify for the credit: general and administrative payroll, supplies not involved directly in the R&D, depreciable property and land, advertising, marketing, utilities, small tools, and shipping costs. In April of 2016, Virginia's legislature passed House Bill 884 and Senate Bill 58, modifying the state's R&D credits and creating a tax credit for businesses with R&D expenses in excess of $5 million per year. The bills changed the existing credit to increase the maximum amount of tax credits that the Department of Taxation may grant each fiscal year from $6 million to $7 million, extend the expiration date from January 1, 2019 to January 1, 2022, increase the credit rate to 15% of the first $300,000 of a taxpayer's Virginia qualified research and development expenses that exceed a base amount, or 20% of the first $300,000 of QREs if the R&D was conducted with a Virginia college or university. Provide an alternative simplified credit method to compute tax credits, and prohibit businesses from using the existing credit for R&D expenses over $5 million. Effective for tax years 2016 to 2022, the bills provide for a new non-refundable credit known as the Major R&D Expense Credit, available for taxpayers with qualified R&D expenses of more than $5 million per year. The Major R&D Expense Credit can be used against corporate and personal income tax. The Major R&D Expense Credit is equal to 10% of the difference between the QREs incurred by the taxpayer during the taxable year and 50% of the average QREs incurred during the 3 preceding taxable years. If the taxpayer does not have QREs in the prior 3 years, the credit rate is 5% of the QREs incurred in the current year. The Major R&D Expense Credit is limited to 75% of the taxpayer's Virginia income tax liability, and any unused credit may be carried forward for 10 years. The annual credit cap is $20 million. Applications for both credits are due on July 1st of the year following the close of the taxable year in which the expenses were incurred. For further information on state research credits or the federal research credit, please visit our SwansonReed YouTube channel by clicking the link below. To speak with a SwansonReed advisor, simply click on the Contact button in the lower left-hand corner of the screen.